Oh man, well, we can even do top 25, a little special episode, top
Okay,
25.
no problem. What are your expectations for the game? Uh, and I'm going to do a double question on this because I'm hearing that the team is supposedly focused, but there's a lot of noise going on with Lane Kiffin. Are
Hmm.
they really focused, or are they just going to go through the motions and try to play spoiler because they love Coach Billy G, or is the noise gonna get to them because they're like we've said it before, they're 18, 19-year-old kids.
Yeah, I think, obviously, like you just mentioned, they're 18 to 19-year-old kids. They're on social media. They're gonna see the stuff. They're gonna hear the stuff. But at the same time, I mean, they're football players for the University of Florida. They're
Yeah,
focused on being football players for the University of Florida. I don't think, fans love to think about Lane Kiffin. Fans love to,
yeah,
say, oh, I can't wait to have him. But football players, it's a little different. You're focused on staying healthy. You're focused on playing your best brand of football, getting the film that you need to make it to the next level. It's not like they're sitting here like, oh my gosh, Lane Kiffin's such a good coach. I really hope he's our next coach. At the end of the day, they might have their opinions on that, but they're just focused on playing football. I think it's hard for us
agreed.
to understand that because from a fan point of view, there's a lot of storylines that you watch for, and I mean, as a journalist, I love the storylines.
Yeah,
It's something that gives me ability to write about, but players, it's a little different. They live a really different life than we do, so I think they're pretty focused. As for what to expect from the game, I mean, it's tough at this point in the year, especially coming off a loss to Kentucky where it was ugly. To say, "Oh, I'm really excited. Let's I think we're gonna have an amazing game," but I expect Florida to fight. I expect, it's going to be a hostile environment, and I think the Lane Kiffin dynamic adds to that environment. I think that the Ole Miss fans are going to be more rowdy. The Ole Miss, this is going to mean more to the Ole Miss fans than it might have having a 3-6 team come in normally.
exactly. Yep.
So I think it'll be fun. I think, you know, Lane Kiffin watching that, being on Lane Kiffin watch during this game, after this game, before this game, that will add to it. So it's definitely an exciting game for what it is. I think it's going to be tough for Florida. And obviously, you're playing a really good football team, a really good football coach, and you haven't had the season you wanted to. So I'm not going to come out here and say Florida is going to upset Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss like it was last year. I think we're in very different situations than we were last year, but I'm still excited to see, the football team go out there, put their best foot forward. I think we got a lot to see from DJ Lagway. I want to see him continue to improve. I know, last week it was not improvement. It looked like he took a step back again, but I want
Yeah,
to see him, improve. I want to see, at least see minor improvements. I want to see the offense kind of look more like they did against Georgia and less like they did against Kentucky.
yep.
And yeah, I'm just hoping for a good football game. I think that it will have the energy to be one, and I'm excited to see, how Florida looks in these last couple of games.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. Next question: do you believe what's happening on the message boards at Ole Miss yesterday? They're going bananas. I even saw someone kind of accepted it and said, "If Lane leaves, so be it. If Lane stays, so be it."